Hi everyone, it's time for another update on the Sling TSi build. I know it's been a while since I've given posted an update. So I'll start off with the last video. That was the engine start. So it was just a video that another friend of mine took. But I'll just show you a little bit more about that setup that we had on the day. So we hooked up the fuel lines to a jerry can and tied the aircraft to a pole. And inside the panel was all mounted kind of temporarily. Didn't bother putting in the radio or transponder, but everything else was in. And obviously we ran the engine. The only thing that we had a little bit of a snag was the fuel pressure sensor. It wasn't showing a reading, and we kind of diagnosed the issue as the wiring was incorrect for the fuel pressure sensor. Connected it the wrong way around, swapped the wires over and ran it again, and it was fine. Got to the with both pumps on, got I think it's about 3 bar pressure, I believe it was, that was needed, so fuel pressure was good. And also, before the engine was actually ran for the first time, we did a few rounds of just cranking it up, just to get the oil pressure build up before we engaged the fuel pumps on, so that the engine could actually fire up. So this was the first 2 runs where we just cranked the engine enough to get the oil pressure to build. Yeah, and then you also the other video, my previous video, when the engine was actually run, and it's been great. Since then, the fuselage has been moved to the paint shop. It's only down the road, so it was just a short trip to get it to the paint shop. And we also moved the finished wings. They've been polished, all the vinyl accents, the registration, everything's been done. Both the flaps and ailerons have been also completed. So they've been moved back to the hangar, ready for the final assembly. There's only a few bits to be done on this one now. The taxi lights and the landing light needs to be installed, and the nav light or wingtip lights to be added. But apart from that, that's pretty much ready. You know, the fuselage paint, it takes a lot of time preparing the parts for paint. There's a lot of work have to be done, especially on the fiberglass components, the canopy, the front fairing, cowlings. Obviously my canopy, being a base kit build, wasn't painted, so had to get that painted first from the inside, so that, you know, we can mount the windows and doors. And the cowlings, after a lot of work, the cowlings were ready to be painted, and I think they've come out quite good in the color scheme that we are going for. The bottom cowlings also mostly done. There's a little bit of sort of silver grey that goes on at the bottom. That will be done once once the fuselage is painted. So that's next, and hopefully in another couple of weeks' time, fuselage will be completely painted and moved back to the hangar for the final assembly. So until then, take care.